So living in a place that's not that warm all year round, and we usually only get a few months of hot weather during the year, we found some riding gear that really helps us to extend the riding season. So the first thing I recommend is getting yourself a good pair of riding boots. Not shoes, but some boots with a little bit of a height to them. This will really help in creating a bit of a seal so that when the water comes over you, which inevitably it does, these boots really help in sealing off the water from getting into your feet. This is just one type of riding boot that you can get. Sea-Doo makes these. One thing I really like about them is actually two things I really like about them. One thing is that you can take this out. The sock comes out. If it gets damaged or worn, you can replace them. The other thing I really like about it is this little hook on the side here. When you're done lacing up, slide down this, and then you can just hook it on here. That way it doesn't drag on the mud. I really recommend getting yourself a pair of neoprene pants. Anything from 3 mil thicker will help to keep you warm and reasonably dry. You can probably go up to 6 mil and still be comfortable and give you some flexibility. You can also get a Farmer John. They give you a little extra chest protection. A neoprene shirt is another great way to stay really warm. This is only 0.5 mil, but because it's lined, it really helps to stay warm. It can get a little bit wet when you sweat in there, there's no doubt about it, but in general it's great at keeping a little bit of the heat inside that's critical in building up the layers that you need to stay warm. Or you can get a nylon rash guard and wear it underneath your wetsuit top. And with a Farmer John, that'll keep you really warm up top. A neoprene life jacket like this one can also help a lot in staying warm. I like to get ones with a clip on it, but if you don't have one that comes with a clip, you can always sew one on like I did here, and you can sew a clip as well on the back like this for a couple of bucks. So we've ridden down to about 6 degrees Celsius or around 43 degrees Fahrenheit. You couldn't possibly do it without a riding jacket like this. These things are really critical in staying warm. It goes over top of your life jacket and helps to create these critical pockets of air that really help you to stay warm. Because it's neoprene, it keeps the wind out and the water off. A decent pair of riding goggles is also a good way of staying warm. These are a couple of pairs made by Sea-Doo. I find these larger ones to be a little bit more comfortable and give just a little bit of extra warmth. If you are wearing riding goggles, definitely bring a microfiber cloth along to wipe them down once in a while. One of the hardest things to find that's really necessary is a great pair of gloves. These are great. They're only 2 millimeters, but they have titanium flex in them. I highly recommend them. They're very flexible, but they keep you pretty warm. I would recommend getting a 2 or 3 millimeter pair. But once you start getting thicker than that, your hands aren't going to be able to bend as much. You're not going to be able to grip the handlebars as easily. A must-have is a riding toque. This is a neoprene toque. I think it's a couple millimeters thick. It'll go over the ears. It keeps the wind out. It'll keep the water off. And if you couple these with some earplugs, you'll find that really helps to stay warm. So that's it. That riding gear helps us to ride down to about 6 degrees Celsius or 43 degrees Fahrenheit and remain reasonably warm. I hope that helped. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and see you on the water.